methodology you follow when it comes to preparing the subject? Are you preparing your own notes? You have to prepare, no? Should you prepare or not? You should know. So how many of you will write all the answers that I have taught today, and tomorrow you will come up with the answers? Tell me. Raise your hands. You don't want to write? I'll not force you to write. Do you want to write or not? Yes or no? I'm forcing you. It seems. Tell me. Do you want to make the notes or not? It will take hardly, I think, 45 minutes or an hour to write everything. Handwriting doesn't matter. Right? Write whatever you have understood in the class. Right? So can we make it daily ritual that every day you will come up with the notes? What you are saying, yes or no? That the last girl. Yes, sir. No worries. So tomorrow I'll check the notes. Okay, whatever I have taught, you have to come up with answers. Okay, so starting with we have done with person. We know when it comes to person, what is person, students? I told you person. Person includes individual. Person include Hindu undivided family. Person includes AOPBOI. Person includes company. Person includes corporation. Person includes other artificial and juridical person, right? So I think the definition of person is also being provided in Income Tax Act 2 subsection 32. The same definition is there in Income Tax Act, right? So I don't think I should explain much about it. Now I'm going ahead with repatriation to India. What is repatriation to India? See, we are short of foreign exchange, right? I again and again since beginning I'm telling you we are short of foreign exchange, right? We need foreign exchange as soon as possible, right? That is why even when it comes to recovery of exports, it requires immediate recovery, right? I told you there is a timeline, time gap that has been provided by Reserve Bank of India through regulation that you cannot give any unextended time kind of credit period. When it comes to export, you have to give a limited credit period. I told you, right? So don't you feel that Reserve Bank of India would expect you to repatriate, means to take back in India the foreign exchange whatever you have earned over there, right? They want you to repatriate to India as soon as possible. Repatriation to India means to bring back to India, right? To take up to India, right? So that the reserves will be reserved with the Reserve Bank of India, right? Right, students? Got my point? So what do you mean by repatriation to India? Repatriation to India means what, students? You are taking the foreign exchange earned to India. Got my point? What is repatriation to India? You were not in the class. What? Taking the foreign exchange. If you have exported money, no, sorry, if you have exported goods, you are about to receive money, right? What do you have to do? You have to take it back to India, right? You have to bring it to India, right? Right, students? If you have rendered certain services over there, what is your statutory duty that is being imposed by FEMA? That bring it to India as soon as possible. Don't create or cause unnecessary delay, right? If you'll cause unnecessary delay, that will be a contravention of FEMA duty, right? Right, students? So what is repatriation to India? That bring to India, right? Bring to India, right? Whatever a foreign exchange you have earned or whatever foreign exchange you have drawn from authorized person and it remains unspent, it is your duty that you have to bring it to India. Now, what is the method of bringing it to India? The first method is surrender the foreign exchange earned to the authorized person, right? And take the Indian currency, right? Right, student? What is repatriation to India? Repatriation to India includes what, beta? What? Bring the foreign exchange over here in India, surrender it to authorized person, smile and take the Indian currency and leave, right? You have repatriated to India, right? Right, students? This is the first method of repatriation, right? First method is what? Surrender the foreign exchange to the authorized person, smile, and take back the Indian currency and say bye bye. Right?
Yes, sir.
Right? That is what? First method of repatriation to India. Right? The second method is you are not coming back to India. You got settled over there. Right? Right? You got settled over there. You are not going to come back very soon to India, or you are over there only. You are enjoying, right? And you are not willing to come back soon, but you have earned and realized foreign exchange over there, right? Now you can repatriate back to India, get it deposited with the foreign branch of authorized person, right? If you will deposit that foreign exchange with the foreign branch of authorized person, it will be treated as repatriate to India, right? Right, students? Right? The second method is what? Get it deposited in your bank account with authorized person overseas, right? That will also lead to what? The currency has been received by Indian government, right? It is being delivered to the Indian person, authorized person, right? Right? What I'm teaching you is, you are not getting it. What is repatriation to India? Everybody got the point, no? What is repatriation to India? Whatever foreign exchange you have earned overseas, it is your statutory duty that without unnecessary delay, you have to bring it to India, right? This is our statutory duty, is it? Yes. Why? Because we are short of foreign exchange, right? We have to import, we have to pay our foreign bills, right? We have to make foreign loans repayment, right? We have to pay interest to them. So we need foreign exchange. So FEMA imposes a statutory duty on each and every person resident of India to repatriate back whatever foreign exchange they have earned, okay, overseas. So the first method is what? How you can surrender, how you can bring back that foreign exchange over here in India. You came back India, you approached the authorized person, you have surrendered the foreign exchange, you took the Indian currency and you left, right? That is the first method of repatriation. Got my point, beta? The second method is you are not coming back to India, you are staying over there. Whatever foreign exchange you have earned, what is your duty? You should deposit that foreign exchange in your bank account that you have maintained with authorized person. Got my point? Got my point. What's your good name? Anu. Got Anu? So second method is what, beta? When it comes to repatriation to India, you can get it deposited with authorized bank overseas, right? Right, students? Done. And the third method, got my point? Repatriation to India means what? You are bringing the foreign exchange over here in India. It is going to be the part of foreign exchange reserve now because of you. Because what you have done, you have repatriated back, right? Right, students? You have bring the foreign exchange to Indian economy, right? That is known as what? Repatriation to India. So the first method is surrender the foreign exchange. Energy, students, surrender the foreign exchange with the authorized person and take the Indian currency, right? The second method, energy speaking. Second method is get it deposited. So suppose Anup is having foreign exchange account with the State Bank of India. Now what he can do, he's not coming back to India, so he cannot surrender that foreign exchange to Indian authorized person over here in India. What he'll do, he'll realize that amount and deposit it in his account with authorized person. So authorized person will receive what? Foreign exchange, right? Now it will be added to Indian reserves, right? Right, students? Done. And the third method is, if you are having some legitimate dues over there, means you have taken ECB, external commercial borrowing, or any kind of loan from them. So what you will do, you will take back that currency over here in India, and few days after you will come to the authorized person and say, I have to pay the installment over there, give me the currency. So better you can settle your debts over there, no? Right, students? You can settle your debts over there. If you will settle your debts over there, that will also lead to what, beta? Repatriation to India. Got my point? So how many methods are there when it comes to repatriation to India? 3 methods. The first method is what? Surrender the foreign exchange with Indian authorized person and get it converted into Indian currency, right? The second method is, what is the second method? What is the second method? Getting the foreign exchange earned deposited with the foreign branch of authorized person, right? Right, students. And the third is settling the overseas debts, right? Settling the, or you are repaying your debts or you are making payment of your interest dues, right? If you are clearing out your legitimate dues overseas, that will reduce what? The Indian burden of repayment, right? So ultimately it will be treated as what? You have repatriated back to India. If you will not repatriate back in by following these three methods, that will be contravention, right? Statutory contravention of what? Your statutory duties, right? Right, which is being imposed by whom? FEMA. Upon whom? Person resident of India, right? They're expecting you to be fast, right, when it comes to repatriation back, right? Right, students. So repatriation to India means bringing foreign exchange in Indian economy, right? Right, physically or virtually. Physically by surrendering it and getting it converted with Indian currency. Second, virtually when getting it deposited with the overseas branch of authorized person. The third one is settling out the debts. Got my point, students? If you will adopt these three methods, FEMA will understood that you have complied with your duties, right? Right, students. So done with the next question, that is repatriation to India. Which question it was? Ninth question, right? Right, students, done. Now the special director. Going ahead with the last topic of today, okay? A special director. Now see, the FEMA is central law, right? FEMA is the law passed by the Parliament of India and going to be implemented by central government, right? So whatever officer that has been appointed under FEMA would be appointed by whom, beta? That is by central government, right? Right, student. FEMA is a law passed by Parliament of India. So being a parliamentary law, the implementation right is there with the central. So whatever authority that has been formed under this act will be formed by central government, right? Logical, right? Central government will appoint the authorities. So when it comes to special director's appeal, who is going to appoint him? Central government. When it comes to adjudicating officers, who is going to appoint him? Central government. When it comes to commissioners under this enactment, who is going to appoint him? Central government, right? They are judicial authorities. Which kind of authorities, beta? Judicial. Means they are the courts, okay? If you are unhappy, suppose you have contravened the provision of FEMA, how you will contravene the provision? Say repatriation is your duty, right? You have not deposited the foreign exchange with the person, or you have kept in hand more than 2000 US dollar, okay, or you have get into a transaction without taking the adequate approval, you have contravened the provision. Who will put penalty upon you? Adjudicating officer. Who will put penalty upon you? Adjudicating officer, okay. And if you are unhappy with the adjudicating officer, you can prefer an appeal to special director's appeal. Got my point, students? So they are which kind of authority, students? Judicial. Formulated by central government. Formulated by central government. This is the authority constituted by whom? Central government. Which kind of authorities they are? Judicial. They are like a court, FEMA court, special court. Yeah, remember those points that I have covered, distinguish between FERA and FEMA. I told you FEMA constitutes special authorities, right? Right, students. So central government, by passing notification on official gazette, will form an authority known as special director's appeal, which is a judicial authority if any person is aggrieved by the order given by whom? Adjudicating officer. May prefer an appeal to whom? Special director's appeal, okay. So there is a proper court of FEMA. Do you, if there would be any FEMA contravention, do you need to approach High Court? No. Do you have to approach Session Court? No. Do you have to approach City Civil Court? No. You have to approach whom? Adjudicating officers and special director's appeal. Which kind of authorities they are? Judicial. Judicial authority means they are courts. They are what? Courts. Court appointed under FEMA to take care of the matters pertaining to FEMA. Got my point, students? Done. So done with 10th question, that is what? Special directors. Done. Done, students. So repatriation back to India. Tell me once again, what is repatriation to India? What? Which imposes, FEMA imposes what? A duty on every resident of India. That what? It is your primary duty to realize and repatriate, right? Don't delay, right? If you will delay it, you would be subject matter of penalty, right? Don't delay, don't drag, right? Do it fast. What? Realize and repatriate back, right? Realize and you cannot hurry on realization and delay on repatriation, right? You have to do both the things simultaneously. Realize, repatriate. Over here, India. Repatriation can be, tell me, what is repatriation? To Indian economy, right? How you can bring back? Surrender the foreign exchange with the authorized person. And very nice. Next, settle the foreign dues, right? If you are paying your foreign bills, that is repatriation, right? Right, students. And the last topic is what? Which kind of authorities they are? They are not administrative authority. They are which kind of authority? They are courts, right? They are proper courts. Officers appointed as in court. The first officer is whom? Author, adjudicating officer. The next one is special director's appeal. What adjudicating officer will do? If you will contravene any provision of FEMA, who will impose penalty upon you? Adjudicating officer, right? And if you are unhappy or unsatisfied or aggrieved by the action of adjudicating officer, you will approach. Done. Done, students. So if possible, write 10 answers. What I'll do, I'll arrange to send that notes that I have prepared, okay, with to you guys, so that you can review. Just do one thing, read my notes once or twice, okay? Although I feel I have made you learn all the provision within the class itself, right? I have attempted my best, right? So just write the way you are going to write it in your exams, in your notebook, okay? Tomorrow I'll check those 10 answers, okay, students? Done. Hope everybody is happy, right? Bye bye, students. Welcome, bachcho.